are our foes that would seek to do harm to this country organizing themselves in Pakistan.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. They're organized in Pakistan. The leaders of the bad guys, the training takes place inside Pakistan.
You have to acknowledge that you have a nuclear power that is harboring terrorists, training them as we speak.
Boy, that's a good point. I mean...
Exactly, and there are a lot of people, David, who are saying that Pakistan is really the place where the Taliban are, the place where bin Laden is, and the place that has, the country that has nuclear weapons. Why aren't we focusing more on Pakistan?
Admiral Mullen, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, when asked where Al-Qaeda was in the region, he said very flatly, it is not in Afghanistan, it is in Pakistan.
I think that the Pakistani government is basically abdicating to the Taliban and to the extremists.
The United States government uses these flying robots to kill people through two different programs. One of them we admit to, it's the military's drone program, and that is designed to kill people in Iraq and Afghanistan, two countries where we admit to being at war. The other drone program is something the U.S. government doesn't admit to, but it's the worst kept secret since Elton John came out. It's the drone program that's run by the CIA. And in that program, we kill people in at least one country in which we are not technically at war. I'm talking about Pakistan. Our not-so-secret war in Pakistan is actually bigger under President Obama than it was under President Bush. A lot bigger. In his first 9.5 months in office, President Obama has reportedly authorized as many drone strikes in Pakistan as President Bush did in the whole last 3 years he was in office. We're bombing Pakistan once a week on average now. The total number of people our drones have killed this year in Pakistan is a hard number to pin down, but it's estimated to be 300 to 500.
Obviously, at this point, the U.S. wouldn't send troops into Pakistan, but is this an excuse of working around that by sending these private military contractors in instead?
Obviously, it's to keep the non-uniformed people out of Pakistan, but as we know, there's a very close connection between companies like what's called Blackwater, now Z, and the CIA, so it looks like they're just waiting for the green light to actually go in. Some of them are already there. The advanced teams are already in Pakistan.
Their concerns justified after a horrific car bomb in a busy Peshawar market on Wednesday killed over 100 and injured as many more. Only 25 bodies have been identified, so badly charred were the victims. The Taliban were blamed by the authorities, but a spokesman for their leader, Hakimullah Masood, denied any involvement, stating the Taliban only targeted security and government apparatus, and never intentionally the public.
The U.S. has pushed Pakistan to mount the offensive.
Pakistan Army has to decide for itself when and whether to go into Waziristan. There isn't any question that the people down there pose a direct threat to both the American troops in Afghanistan and to Pakistan itself.
These attacks may be happening on your territory, but this is not your fight alone.
The army is getting martyred. We are fighting against our own people. It's their war that we are fighting. It's not our own war.
The solution to our problems lies with our nation.
Even before the battle for South Waziristan began, the human exodus was underway. Amnesty International says 150,000 people have fled the region ahead of the ground offensive by Pakistan's army.
We came with great difficulty. We travelled on foot for 20 hours. There are no arrangements for us here. Only those who know someone are getting help.
The blood continues to be shed in South Waziristan as Pakistan fights for its future. Thousands are fleeing for theirs. Here in a town just over the border, they stand in huge lines just to be registered. There was no aid being distributed at all. We were told the government hadn't allowed it.
We have enough adequate stock in our hands, but unfortunately we are waiting for the green signal from the government. When the government gives us a green signal, we will be ready.
At a university rally in Islamabad, outrage against the U.S. and chants of "Go America, Go." A week earlier on the same campus, 2 suicide bombers blew themselves up, part of a recent wave of deadly attacks that has shaken Pakistan. Here, many point the finger at the U.S.
Totally blame the Americans. The main is America, because America did this in Pakistan.
Who are you angry at more, the U.S. government, the Pakistani government, or the Taliban?
I am the most angry we are on the American government.
I am disappointed, in a way.
But not surprised.
Not surprised.
Pollster Ijaz Gilani says a recent survey shows 3 out of 5 Pakistanis believe the U.S. is a greater threat than the Taliban.
To the average Pakistani, is America the enemy or a friend?
Unfortunately, no longer a friend. It is seen as an enemy.
Interfering in our country. Before that American came to Afghanistan, we see that Pakistan was a peaceful country.
About Kerry Lugar bill combines within its entire gamut opinions from the left to the right, to the left of center, to the right of center. It's not just the media, it's the army, the intel, the opposition, even government sector.
I am here to assure you all that we shall share this burden with you all. For no matter how long it takes and what it takes, democracies will deliver. My democracy will deliver. People of Pakistan stand with the people of the United States and the people of Afghanistan. We stand with our brother Karzai and the people of Afghanistan against this common threat, this menace, which I have called cancer.
The Kerry Lugar bill has come under severe criticism by the opposition parties. But the ruling Pakistan People's Party says that the Kerry Lugar bill does not impose any conditionalities on the government of Pakistan.
The Kerry Lugar bill is being strongly criticized by some religious and political parties. They see it as against Pakistan's national interest.